Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, and finally welcome back for another moving vlog. It feels like it's been forever since I've picked up the camera and filmed one of these for you guys. It actually feels like forever since I've just spoken to you in general and caught up with you, I guess, just on how I'm personally feeling, what's kind of going on in life, and obviously with what's going on with the house and stuff. We will get onto that, but I just wanted to start this video off by just having like a bit of a catch up. So I got myself a glass of wine. This vlog is probably going to be quite long, so if you do want to get yourself a drink, if it's the middle of the day, maybe opt for a cup of tea instead. But I mean, it could be 2 o'clock and I'd still fancy a glass of wine. Whatever you fancy, just grab yourself some snacks, because yeah, I feel like today is going to be a bit of a long one. But to be perfectly honest with you guys, I've just been quite stressed out lately, and I never want to be one for excuses, and I'm sure it doesn't really look like I've been away for that long on my channel, but I haven't really been picking up the camera, I haven't been vlogging, I haven't been filming too often, mainly because recently I've been super run down with hay fever. Now, some of you out there might feel like this is an excuse, but I know the people that suffer with hay fever will know exactly where I'm coming from. It has just been so bad lately, to the point where I literally couldn't talk, and you can probably hear it in my voice now. I don't sound 100%, so I'm sorry for how that sounds, you're just gonna have to bear with me. But yeah, it really got me good this year, and I was just completely run down with it. Like, I just felt awful, so I've taken a few days off and I've not really work that much. But then that's where the stress comes in, because I love to be like on top of things. If I'm not, it really does get to me, and I've not been on top of things. I've had loads of deadlines all come in at the same time. I know I shouldn't stress myself out about that, because like I say, majority of you understand, but at the same time, when all deadlines are coming in at once, it's just such a heavy workload, and yeah, when you're not feeling too great, it can kind of get on top of you. So I suppose that's how I've been feeling lately. I don't want to start this on a downer, even though I really have, but I suppose I still want to keep it real, and I still want to be completely transparent with you guys. I also am fully aware that I am very, very lucky in the life that I live, and I do not have it that bad at all. I've just had a couple of off days, and that is literally it. So I thought I'd just mention it in case you guys were kind of feeling the same, just to know that you're not alone. Everybody goes through it. But anyway, I'm going to stop that little rant there. I do not want any more of this vlog to be a moan or anything like that. All I want is to show you guys the updates that we've been doing in the house, and also speak you through the plans that we have coming up next. So as I'm sure you guys can tell, we are currently in my office. I can't remember if I've shown you these or not. I think I might have featured them in a recent video, but I have just put up a couple of Decor prints here. I've had these for the longest time. They used to be above mine and Brad's bed in our old bedroom, and we did actually have another print with these as well, but I just bought 2 down and I've put them up above my desk, and I do really love what it looks like. But guys, I'm going to be changing this room around so much. Oh my god, that's a point. So if you haven't seen already, the Pinterest video went up. So basically I just sat down and went through all of my Pinterest boards with you guys to give you like an idea of the visions, and basically speak you through what we want to do with every single room in the house. So if you haven't seen that already, I will leave it linked down below. I do recommend you check that out, only because I went into so much detail, and I'm probably going to cover quite a few of those things in the upcoming vlog, so it might not make sense until you watch that. But yeah, if you have seen that video, you'll know that I am literally going to be changing this room around so much. This is where I spend literally 99.9% of my life. I'm constantly in my office, either working or catching up on emails, or sometimes just chilling in here. It's like my space of the house, so I really don't mind investing a little bit more into it and kind of revamping my furniture and making it a space that I really love. So yeah, that is definitely something I am currently working on. I have actually ordered a sofa bed, which I was hoping to include in this vlog, but it's not going to be here by the time that I have to put this up, so unfortunately I'm going to have to show you that in the next video. But I don't want to be too mean, so I will insert a picture on screen of the one that I've ordered. Loads of you guys suggested getting a sofa bed for in here, which I don't even know why I didn't think of that, because I was going to put a bed like in the back corner, and everyone was like, why don't you get a sofa bed, like it takes up so much less space. And I was like, oh my god, that is literally the answer. So that is what I've ordered. It's actually an L-shaped sofa, which I thought was quite good. I think it's quite a small size, so it fits in this room perfectly. I just need to figure out exactly where I want to put it, but we'll sort that out when it arrives. I've ordered it from a company that I don't think I'd ever heard of before, and I can't remember exactly what they're called, but I will leave it linked down below in case you're interested. They had loads of different colours. They also had like the most ridiculous amount of sofas anyway, so if you are looking for something like that, then that could be a good shout. Everything was really reasonably priced, and also the sofa bed itself does kind of pull out into a double bed, so it's a decent size as well. That is one update that I have in here. Otherwise, I think everything is pretty much the same in here. I'm gonna sneeze. So that being said, I think I'm just going to take you into the other rooms of the house that we have changed the most. The first being Brad's man cave, or like boy room. I don't really know what we're calling it at the moment, but Brad's room of the house. That is something that I very briefly updated you on in the last vlog, and I had so many questions about the paint colour, about the paneling that he was doing. Like, I don't think I've had more questions about a room other than that one. And that is literally something that he's just been doing on his own. Like, I've not really documented any of it. I will show you it now because he has now finished the panelled wall. He's got his TV up and stuff. He's put his LED lights around the TV, you know, boys things. Let's head into there and I will talk you through everything. Okay, so I've just stepped into the room and I did not realise how much of a mess this was, so I'm just going to quickly tidy it up a bit and then I'll be able to show you guys properly. As you can probably tell from the lighting behind me, this room is super dark, which is actually great for lighting because there's a massive window here, but obviously this isn't my room, so it's kind of irrelevant to me. But hopefully if I turn the camera around, you guys will be able to see it better. So I think when I updated you, Brad had just started the paneling on this wall. So now, hopefully, if the lighting changes, there we go. I think you guys can now see the paneling on the wall. My camera screen is literally so dark, so I honestly can't tell. This is the final outcome of the wall, and I think it looks great. Like, I genuinely think he's done such a good job on this. The only thing that he did say, which honestly, guys, I know nothing about materials, but if you are thinking of doing something like this, apparently you need to use MDF because he ended up using timber, I think. And yeah, it was a lot harder to kind of stick on, and I don't know, there was some complications with it. So if you do use MDF, it just means everything is going to be a lot straighter. It's going to make it so much easier to do. So we are thinking of doing this in the lounge, but I do kind of want to get a quote of a decorator to do it and just see how much it will cost. Only because, like, as much as Brad has done an amazing job, and trust me guys, I'm not bashing his work at all, these are his words and he keeps pointing out things that I genuinely didn't even see. So basically where these kind of join up, it is quite hard to get it accurate, especially if you are doing it yourself. And I mean, he's never done anything like this, so there was bound to be a couple of things that he wasn't sure on how to do. But my only thoughts are, because it's the lounge and that is literally the room that we spend our most time in, and also where we'll kind of be hosting and stuff and where we'll have people over, I do kind of want it to be literally perfect. So I'm just interested to see how much it would be if we paid someone to do it. But if it's like crazy money, then I mean, he's done it in here, so we might end up just doing that downstairs. But yeah, I absolutely love it. I think it looks amazing, and this is one of the things that I had the most questions on. So I hope that now gives you an idea of what you can do. But then obviously he just painted over it with the same wall color. Now that is another thing that I had the most amount of questions on. So in this room, he went for like a really dark navy, almost black. Yeah, like I said in the last video, we realized that this is the color that we also want for the kitchen. So for those asking, the paint color, we got it mixed up at B&Q. Actually, these are the skirting board paints. Okay, so it's not that one. The color name itself is Deep Space Echo, so hopefully that helps you guys that were asking. But yeah, it's such a lovely color. When you put it on, it's kind of a bit scary because it definitely looks more like teal. It's a very pale bluey green color, but now it's dried down, as you guys can see, it's so much darker, and where the sunlight hits it and where kind of natural light hits, that's where the blue comes out. But in the corners where it's a lot darker, it literally looks near enough black. This is the other big update that he has done in this room. So of course, priorities, the TV has gone straight up. I'm just gonna go and grab my tripod so I can set you guys up, because this is one of those wall mounts that you can literally move the TV anywhere. So he's not too sure in this room yet where he's gonna put the sofa, and also if he's gonna kind of get some bespoke built-in ones across the back here, like cinema style sofas, or if he's gonna do like an armchair and a sofa set up. Okay, I feel like I'm now on a TV show or something, and I'm about to present some kind of prize, but I've set you guys up over there, so hopefully you can see this in full. Basically, the bracket on the back of this TV means that you can pull the whole thing forwards. So you can pull it all the way out like this, and then you can also tilt it to literally any angle. So like I say, wherever you're sitting in the room, you're going to be able to see this massive TV. I mean, it's big enough anyway, I'd be surprised if you couldn't. But yeah, I was actually quite impressed with that, and I thought it was quite a cool little idea. So that is the bracket, but also, like I said, he has put up his LEDs, which again kind of made me laugh because it comes with one of these remotes, and whenever I see one of these, it just makes me think of TikTok, and he doesn't have a clue what that is. I think they come on when you turn the TV on, which I actually don't know what remote does what. Oh, TV's not plugged into the wall. Nice one. Okay, I'm really not sure how well you guys can see that, but basically it just has this glow around the edge of it. Can you see the purple up there? I don't know, I feel like it might be too light in here. You can literally just use this little remote and change the colour of them. So you can kind of just press any colour you want, or you can just leave them kind of revolving on a multicoloured setting, which is apparently what he has it on now. But they're actually quite a good set because you plug them into the back of the TV. So they literally just have like a little USB on the end, and then in the back of the TV there's a load of USB ports, so you can put them in like that, so they're kind of hidden. So I will try and leave them linked down below. I'll have to ask Brad where he kind of got everything from, and I'll link as much as I can. But like I always say, if there is anything that you see in these vlogs, please just comment below and I will reply to your comment with a direct link if I can. That's the TV kind of area. And then the only other thing in here that I feel like has changed is he's put one of the lights up. Again, it's going to be quite hard to show you guys this. So we ended up buying these cord wires with the filament bulb on the end. Now this one works really well because it's not too bright, but this bulb that we have in here, oh my god, is way too high of a wattage, and yeah, 1 is way too bright, 2 gets really hot and it kind of scares me. But I will just turn them on quickly so you guys can get a better idea of what they look like. So that one obviously still needs to be hung up, but he's got an issue with this door frame, so obviously that one is over there in the corner and he wants to do the same here, but the door gets in the way, so we need a workaround for that. I think he wants to put like a sliding door in this room. We've seen a load at B&Q at the moment, and you can basically just put a rail up there and then you have a door that kind of pushes into the room, slides across and then sits there, so then it wouldn't get in the way, and also it will free up that space for him to actually put the light up. But yeah, I do think they look really cool and I love the vibe that they give this room. I think he's on the hunt for another bulb like that, so it's a lot dimmer and just keeps the light in here quite low, I guess, and makes it really cozy and perfect for a cinema room. But I feel like those are the only kind of updates in here. If you are wondering, I've just looked at the skirting board and realised that it might be useful if I did actually tell you the paint colour of those ones too. So I think he went for a darker colour, but honestly it doesn't look too much different. Actually there, I suppose you can tell. So again, in the daylight you can see that they are slightly different shades. So in case you want to go for the same one, the skirting board paint colour is Tempest Teapot wood and metal paint, which is obviously specific for the skirting boards. Right, so now I really do feel like that is it for Brad's room, but right now I just have something that I want to share with you guys, and then we will move on to the rest of the updates. So this section of today's vlog is very kindly sponsored by Casetify. Now if you guys haven't heard of them, 1, you have been missing out. 2, they are a phone case company, and in my opinion they literally make the cutest cases. So they have very kindly sent me over a few to show you guys, one of which I've had on my phone now for I think nearly a month, and I've had so many questions on it. So this is the first one that I went for. I thought the design was so cute, and I also love the fact that it's clear, so you can actually see my phone colour through it. I'm not gonna lie, I took my old case off and I actually forgot that I have a gold phone underneath there. But yeah, that is the one that I've had on my phone for a little while now. I have 2 of their personalised cases here, one of which I'm sure so many of you have seen already, and I've seen so many people have these and I'm literally obsessed. So I just personalised this by writing my name on the side here, but how cool is this case? Is honestly the most satisfying thing I think I've ever seen. And then the other one is this really cute one, which again is one of their kind of clear cases, so you'll be able to see your phone colour through it, but I've just personalised it at the bottom here with M. And then the final one that I picked up is just really simply this little cloud design, and again I'm obsessed. It also has the same kind of clear design to it, but these are all the cases that Casetify very kindly sent over. But I wanted to quickly run over my favourite feature of the cases and why I personally find them so useful. If you want to know one thing about me, is that I am ridiculously clumsy. Like, ask anyone in my family, any of my friends, I'm the accident prone one. So dropping my phone is literally a daily occurrence for me. And on the Casetify website you can actually choose what protection you want. So their cases are renowned for being super protective for your phones, especially if you drop it on the ground. So much so that their protection is actually military grade, which is kind of mad, but definitely something that is so needed for someone like me. And a little fun fact for you guys, in the brief they actually said that you could test drop your phone, which I was like, I don't really want to throw my phone at the ground just in case it breaks. And then literally the next day I accidentally dropped my phone outside on the concrete and it didn't smash. So I was like, great, I'm now fine to drop it on camera because I know it won't break, because luckily the phone case saved it. So hopefully you guys can see, but inside the case there's this whole protective structure to it, so you can literally drop your phone on the ground and it will be absolutely fine. I know this is carpet, but believe me, this bad boy has dropped on concrete before and it's still with us. If you guys do end up ordering a case, then with every order you will receive 10 free sanitizing wipes. So you can take these in your handbag and you can literally just wipe over your phone anytime you're out, or if you come back in the house you can wipe over your phone with these and it will be completely sanitized. So if you guys are interested in browsing their website and seeing what they have on offer, then you can head straight to casetify.com/Emily Philpott. I will also leave it linked down below in the description. If you do pick anything up, then please let me know what case you go for, because I'm super nosy and I want to know what cases people have on their phone. But also, if you want to match me, then go for this cute little butterfly one. So as you can tell from the very over the top lampshades, we are back in my filming room. If I look like I've just been crying, it's because I just had a hay fever fit. Shock. I just sneezed about 20 times, so yeah. Really sorry about that. But I realised that I mentioned these prints and I didn't properly show you guys, just in case I haven't already. So this is what they kind of look like. I think they look really cute, but I just don't think I want my desk up against this wall anymore. I do think I'm going to be moving my desk to somewhere in the middle of the room. I just need to kind of plan a layout that's going to work, but I just don't think I want to face a wall anymore. It's getting quite claustrophobic, I guess, especially when I have this window here. So I'd love to be able to look out of it, but I don't think I want my desk like right up against it. So yeah, we've got a lot of reorganising to do in this room, but that's what the prints look like in case I hadn't shown you guys yet. Also, the only other thing that I've done in here is I added lights to my little Elena's Home footstool that I got in the last vlog. And I think these look so cute. If you remember the last house, these are the lights that we had going up the stairway. And we actually put them there for Christmas, but we ended up leaving them all year because I really like what they look like. So I've literally just wrapped them around the footstool. It looks like a really cute little corner now. Again, this is probably all going to change a little bit. I want to get one of those floor sofas, which I know I've mentioned already. But I'm thinking it will be perfect in this little corner as like a chill area, somewhere I can sit and edit if I want to switch it up a bit. Okay, so I've just remembered that I asked you guys on my Instagram a little while ago for suggestions on what you want to see in these vlogs, because I feel like when I'm filming, I never keep track of what I've kind of shown you, what I've already updated you on, or what I've missed out completely. So I thought I'd ask you guys, so at least I can include exactly what you want to see. So I'm just going to quickly run through that. From what I remember, there were so many responses, so thank you for that. If you don't already follow me on Instagram, that is where I'm kind of most active, like on my stories especially. So if you do want to have a little chat, then go ahead and follow me over there. Okay, as I remembered, loads of you guys replied to this story. I'm gonna have a quick read through these. I'm not sure that I'm gonna be able to cover every single one in this video, but it will give me a good idea for future videos as well. Oh my god, okay, so many people already have said the garden. That is something I've not updated you on at all. I just feel like, is it something you're interested in? I don't know, I all of a sudden feel so old. Like, I'm only 23 and I'm buying plants at a garden centre, but not even gonna lie, I actually quite enjoy it. So maybe that is something we should update you on. So this is heading out to the garden from the lounge, and I know I've briefly touched on the architect's plans, but for the moment this is all kind of going to stay like this. I think we'll probably replace these doors for some kind of more modern ones and maybe make the frames black. For now, we're still going to have these French doors here and then a window over there in the lounge. That part of the lounge is what's going to change the most, so essentially all of that is going to be glass, but I'm going to make you guys wait a bit longer and we will discuss the architect's plans in a minute. But this is what the garden is currently looking like. So I feel like all we've done out here is basically rip all of this out. So when we first got here, I'm hoping it's not too windy and you guys can hear me properly, but when we first got here, all of the bank at the back there was just full of weeds, full of like shrubs and bushes. So Brad literally came here, bless him, at 6 o'clock on the next morning after we got the keys and ripped all of that out. So that is all completely gone, obviously. And then him and his dad have been working on building this kind of like retaining wall. So they made it out of sleepers, and these specific ones were, I think, something like 300-year-old ones from Poland or something. I can't quite remember exactly what he said, but I'll leave the information on screen in case you're interested. So that's what the wall is looking like, and I love it. I think it breaks up the garden so nicely. So basically what we want to do next is fill in all of this area with some more dirt. So we have already started doing that, but we completely ran out. So there is more on order. I think it's going to be here by this weekend. So once that's all completely level, as you guys can see, we have these kind of box hedging here. They are very small right now, and once it's all leveled, all of these will kind of go in a row along the back of the wall, and then along the front here we just have some lavenders. I feel like you can definitely tell which ones are from a garden centre and which ones are Tesco. Yeah, that is what we've done along the front. We just want to keep it quite simple here, and then we're going to be lighting this tree. So we're going to get some outdoor lights that kind of illuminate this whole area, so this tree basically becomes a statement of the garden rather than just being a bit of an obstruction, I guess. But we very quickly learned that we do really appreciate having this tree here because it makes all of the light on the grass like dappled lighting. So as much as the patio is 24/7 in the sunlight because we are south facing, you can still get shade on the lawn. So I really appreciate that, and I know we're going to appreciate it so much more when we have kids, which is not me saying that I'm pregnant, and I'm definitely not going to be anytime soon, but just future planning, I know that is going to be a blessing. So yeah, that is this kind of area here, and then over on this wall we have some climbing roses which we have literally just planted. So we have some pink ones here, yellow ones, and then white. So they're going to grow up this wall and just cover it a bit. I do love an exposed brick wall, but it is quite old, so I did want something kind of more pretty growing up it, I guess. And And honestly guys, I suppose that is everything we've done with the garden so far. We have a load of plants over here that need to be planted. These are the plants actually that I got from my nan. I know that was in a vlog, and we have finally planted them in this little pot here, so they look really cute. These are tomatoes, I think. Brad randomly picked up some rhubarb the other day. Neither of us eat it. Not really sure why we have it, but that's what that is. And then we have a little lily here. These I think are some sweet peas. My friend Grace got me a lily plant. And then over here we have some strawberries. So there was one the other day and I nearly fell out with Brad over it because it'd been eaten and I thought he had stolen it. And I mean, this is what my life has now come to, but I really wanted to eat the first strawberry off the plant and I thought he had taken it without me knowing. And it turns out it wasn't him at all, and I have no idea what keeps nicking them. But every time we see a red one now, literally the next morning it's just completely gone. So we definitely need to find somewhere to actually plant those and put some like hay on the ground and put a net over it. I have no idea if any of you guys are interested in this. I feel like this side of house renovating is quite boring to me anyway, because I'm never usually that into like garden. I'm more into interior stuff. So yeah, let me know if you actually want updates on the garden or if I'm just being really quite lame with it all. But yeah, I suppose they are the updates for out here. I'm gonna go back inside because it's so sunny. It's such a nice day today actually. I think I might have dinner outside even though we have zero garden furniture, so I'm not sure what we'll sit on. That is the garden for now. We do have so many plans for it. Like I say, we want to illuminate the tree. Obviously we need to finish the retaining wall and everything, so it is very much still an ongoing project, and I feel like gardens always are. But that was one of the things that you guys mentioned on my Instagram, so there you go. One of the main things I do love about living here though is there is so much birdsong outside. We kind of live in the middle of nowhere, and my parents live even more in the middle of nowhere, and I absolutely love just sitting in their garden and just like listening to basically peace and quiet and then just bird song. There's something really peaceful about it, and we have exactly that here, so it's so nice to just sit out there, especially when the weather's like this, like of an evening. I just love it, and I can't wait for it to be like fully done. If you do want to see all of the ideas that we have for the garden space, then definitely go and check out the Pinterest video because I went like really into depth with it in there. Okay, so lots of people are asking for haul videos. Now they are going to be coming up, but buying homeware at the moment is literally impossible. I don't know why, but either places are completely out of stock of things or the delivery is just insane. Like, I'd rather wait until the shops are open so I can just go and pick it up. I know that IKEA has recently opened up, so I'm planning an IKEA trip. We might have to go there soon because there is a load of bits that I actually need, and then there's obviously things that I want as well, so I just want to have a browse around. But I just want to wait for the queues to die down a bit and like the novelty to wear off, I guess, and then I'll go, and believe me, there will be a haul after that. But I also want to buy from like H&M Home and Wayfair. Like, there's so many places that I want to get some homeware stuff from, so every now and then when I do get something, obviously I will include it in the vlogs, but there will be dedicated haul videos coming just when I can actually order things and it can actually be delivered to me. Okay, so another video idea that keeps cropping up is basically just sitting down and doing like a Q&A about house buying itself, which is something that I have mentioned that I want to do before anyway. So if I can ask you guys a favor, please leave me some comments with questions that you would want to know, like all to do with the house buying process. It can literally be anything, but I want to cover things that you actually have questions about. So if you do have a question, leave it down in the comments and I will compile them all together and answer everything in a video. I will try and get that out soon because I know a lot of people have been requesting that, honestly, ever since I said that we were looking at houses. So yeah, that is definitely something I would do. Someone's just said the blinds, I really want to see them changed. Honey, so do I. Look at this. Like, that one's honestly not the worst. Like, the ones in my room and the ones in the kitchen, they have prints of olives all over them. Like, I mean, I know everybody has their own taste, but I just don't know one person that would walk into a blind shop and think, oh my god, olives, that is what I want all over my windows. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I want to see them change as well. That is actually something that is on my to-do list and it has been for a while now, but I've been looking at blinds to go, I think it is, and I literally just want to replace everything with like the white slat like wooden blinds for now, just because I think they look nice and they're also quite an inexpensive option. That is something that I'm going to get around to, so I promise I will include that when I have. This is sweet. Someone's just said anything to do with the house and of course an update on how you are. How have you been through this time? That is so sweet, and also I know I touched on it at the start of this video. You also know that I'm human and I will be going through things just as much as you guys are, and yeah, I'm good. On the whole, I'm always so good, but it doesn't mean that I obviously have my off days here and there, and yeah, last week was just a bit of an off one. Also saying that, I hope all of you guys are okay too and you've been coping well in this time. I know everything is gradually kind of getting back to normal, and I know some of us, like I'm definitely included in this, I do sometimes feel a bit nervous about everything just going back to normal because I've almost got used to this being normal. Yeah, as much as I'm excited to like see my friends, that is the biggest thing. I can't wait to see the girls, like just hug people again. Like, I can't wait for things like that, but at the same time I do totally understand where people are coming from when they say that they're quite nervous about like everything going back to normal and just not being in this little bubble anymore, I guess. Okay, so there are a lot on here, but I feel like a lot of them are kind of repeated. The main one, however, is the architect designs and the conversations that we had with him. So I feel like I want to go over that next, but to show you guys properly we need to go back outside. So I'm going to take you out there. Okay, so when I explained this last time, obviously I showed you guys this kind of area. So this is where we're going to be building the extension for the dining room. But when I explained it, I said that we were going to be bringing it out to this wall to basically meet where the lounge ends. But instead we've decided that we're going to bring it out a lot further. So essentially we're going to bring it all the way out to the grass here. So on this wall of the extension, there's going to be a massive glass window. So if you sit in the dining room, you'll be able to look out onto all of this, which again is why we want to illuminate this kind of whole area, the tree, like the wall, everything in the garden will have lighting around it. So it would just look really nice when you are sitting in the dining room. It just gives you a feature to look out on. And then where the extension will be here, we're going to have some patio doors walking out onto this kind of what will then turn into a courtyard area. So it'll all be quite closed off, and as you can probably tell, it's quite late in the day now, and that is literally where the last bit of the sun goes. So it would just be such a nice area to sit in, especially in the summertime. I think it just makes so much more sense. Like, the architect just said, why don't you just bring it out all the way? And we were like, oh my god, yeah, why don't we? Because obviously it gives us so much more space in the actual dining room anyway, but I do love how it kind of turns this patio area into a little closed off courtyard. So yeah, that is what the plans are from the outside. And then also on the roof, I did mention that we wanted glass all the way across, but he did actually say that that's really not heat efficient because the hot air literally rises from either radiators or underfloor heating and goes straight out the glass roof. So he has suggested that we just do multiple like Velux windows across the top. So I think that's what we're going to do. But then going inside, so like I said before, this part of the lounge is going to completely change. So all of this is going to be a glass wall, and then we're going to have two big glass doors in the middle, which I just think is going to be so amazing. Like, it's going to be such a feature of this room, and that is basically where all of the light is then going to come in. So because there'll be Velux windows in the dining room, that'll bring light into that room, and then this glass wall will bring that borrowed light into the lounge area. So I hope that makes sense. Right now we are in the process of just discussing with the architect about getting some drawings. So you do obviously have to pay a certain fee for that, and then you have to pay more fees to be able to like get it pushed forward for planning permission and stuff like that. There's also like a parting wall fee or something like that that we need to pay. We need to essentially ask our neighbour if it's okay for us to do that. So yeah, there's a lot to it, but it is exciting and it is going to move forward. So when I have those drawings, that's when I'm going to be able to show you guys properly, and you'll be able to like imagine it so much better in the room. So I'm excited for that. I'm not sure how quick that's going to happen. I know that we're keen to get them, so I think we're just going to pay that fee and see what the drawings look like, and then obviously we can amend from there. But that is the dining room plans, and then the only other thing that we're going to do in here is basically widen this door frame. So we're going to bring it out to, I'm not really sure how far, but I think around like here, so almost double the size. But the only thing that we have is that on this side, that is where the stairs are, so it slants down. And the only reason we want to widen this is to again use some borrowed light from the hallway, because that is all going to be widened and all essentially be made into glass. That's going to be like a porch area, and I will explain that better in the next vlog because we're still finalizing our plans on that and basically just deciding what we want to do. But we are pretty certain that it's going to bring a lot of light in, so we want to make sure that that borrowed light follows through into the hallway and then also follows through into the lounge. Also for aesthetics and just how it looks, I love how modern it looks in homes. I think we're going to replace this little wall here with a glass panel and then a glass door here. So many people have messaged me and commented saying, why is everyone obsessed with glass? Like, why would you change all of this about your house? But at the end of the day, I just want to document my journey here on YouTube and essentially be able to watch it back, but also share it with you guys that I know are interested. But yeah, personally, I just love the look of glass. I always have. I absolutely love modern homes, so that is the kind of vibe that we're going for. But when we do have proper drawings and everything, that is when you guys are going to be able to imagine it so much better. So hopefully that is going to be something that we start soon. Obviously there's just so much more that we can kind of do immediately that we'd rather focus on right now, like painting, and obviously Brad sorted out his room and stuff. So yeah, that is where we're kind of at. Also, I've just realised that while we're in the hallway, I might as well show you the paint colour that we've gone for in here. So I'm not sure if I mentioned on the vlog or just on my Instagram story, but we were going to paint the hallway all just white on the walls because we are going to be using marble tiles on the floor, and the marble tiles that we've gone for are literally like brilliant bright white. So I didn't want anything to kind of clash with it. But then I was having a think and I was like, I don't know if I want to just go for white, because obviously my office is white mainly for like filming purposes, but otherwise throughout the house I don't really love how cold white can sometimes be. So I thought we'd go for something a bit different, and I've essentially gone for a grey colour, but it's so close to white. Like, it's literally the lightest grey I've ever seen in my life, but it actually matches really well with the grey that kind of runs through the marble tiles. So I'm intrigued to see what it's going to look like against the tiles, but I'm just kind of thinking it's just paint. Like, if we need to repaint it and we're not really keen on the colour, then we can do that. I'm not entirely sure where the actual pot of paint has gone right now, but this is what the colour looks like. So in this room right now, it's like this, I suppose almost grey colour already, but it's definitely more blue, and it's also a lot darker. So this is the swatch of paint that I've just put on the doorway here. I also did dot a couple around the room just so we could see it in different lights, but I'm sure on camera it probably is coming across as completely white anyway, or a lot closer to this colour. It's so hard to show you guys these things like in true form. There's also then another one down there. This is something that I'm going to start as a project very soon, so I'm sure in the next moving vlog I'll be able to update you fully on this, and I'm sure there'll also be multiple time lapses of me painting, so I hope that's something you're interested in. But yeah, honestly guys, I feel like that is more or less it for this video. I'm not entirely sure how long I've been speaking for, but it feels like quite a long time. I feel like I've just rambled at you guys, but hopefully there were a few helpful updates in here. I know there wasn't too much like actual clips of me doing things, but that will be coming in the next vlog. I kind of wanted to use this one as a bit of an update video and just tell you what we have going on right now and what we are planning for in the future. So yeah, in the future vlogs there will be a lot more of me painting, moving things, buying furniture. Like I said, when my sofa for my room arrives, I will be sure to pick up the camera and show you guys that. But for now, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check out Casetify if you haven't already. Like I said before, I will leave that link in my description. Also give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and make sure to hit subscribe if you're new here and you want to stick around for more videos in the future. That being said though guys, I'm going to leave you guys to it, so thank you so much for watching as always, and I will speak to you all very soon in my next one. Bye guys.